G'day, I'm Scotty Tucker. In this video I want to show you how to clean the Biosteps 10 filter. I've already done a video on how awesome these filters are. This is a pond of mine at home and I've got two of the filters on this pond, and I've got a heap of goldfish in here. There's an aquaponics system hooked up to it, so I also plough in a lot of food into this pond. And the Biosteps 10 filters keep the water absolutely crystal clear, so they're a fantastic filter. And yeah, let's get into it and I'll show you how to clean them. So you can see here we've got two inlets, one going into each filter, and then there's one that shoots off to the aquaponics, and in this case there's also a UV there. But just to let me show you a few of the design features of the filter before I actually clean it. So you just simply lift the lid off and you can see inside that there's the Matala filtration mats, which are absolutely awesome when it comes to combination of mechanical filtration and also biological filtration. They've got a very high surface area for bacteria to live on, and you can see here there's a little cutout in the filter that I just drop in a little air stone just to give more oxygen directly into the bacteria in the filter itself. But you can see there's a lot of slime and debris getting built up on that, and what will happen is that these filters have got different layers. So the first layer is green, which is a coarse media, and there's a couple of those layers, and then when they get clogged, water will flow down into the blue. That's the next finest one, and then when that one gets clogged all with crap, it'll flow down into the grey ones and then out. And so it's a very good design feature of this filter in that the water's designed as the media clogs, it will pass over the top of it and then would continue to do so and flow out through the drain, which means that if you go away or something, or you neglect your filter and you forget to clean it, it's not going to overflow or over pressurise like a pressurised filtration system would. So now that I've shown you that, what I'm going to do, the first thing we're going to do is switch off the pump so that there's no crap and debris that ends up back into the pond whilst I'm cleaning it. Now the pump's been switched off and the water's drained down a little bit down to the level of the outlet pipe. You can see quite clearly all the sludge and crap that's built up in here. So it's definitely time to give it a clean. And the first thing I'm going to do is pull all the pads out and give them a clean outside of the pond. So you can see there, there's quite a bit of gunk and crap that gets caught in there, and that's a good thing. That's exactly what you want in a good filter, is that it catches the crap. But unlike other filters, this filter, you can see all the crap that's on there, but it still allows the water to either flow through those open voids or, as I showed you before, flow over the top. And this is what makes this filter and this media unique and way, way better than foam filtration, because foam filtration, if you had this amount of waste in a foam filtration, there's absolutely no way you would be getting any water flowing through it, and it would just either, in the case of those small little garbage bin looking pressurised filters, it would just simply clog it up to the point where it would over pressurise and potentially damage your filter, or you just wouldn't get any water flowing through, in which case that would cause a lot of back pressure on your pump and might potentially damage or worse, blow up your pump or burn out your pump. So with these filter pads and the Matala media, it's a very unique combination of mechanical filtration, catching the crap, but still allowing, with the weird noodle looking matrix design, still allowing water to flow through. So they're an exceptional filter. That's a lot of waste. But that's a very heavily stocked fish pond, and I feed a lot of food to them on a daily basis. So this is way more waste than what you'd expect in your garden pond. But even still, I'm probably only cleaning this out, I don't know, 3-4 times a year, something like that. Probably should clean it out a little bit more often, but knowing that this filter's able to cope with it, I just sort of leave it until I have to, which is probably human nature. But again, the point with this is that you can't really do that with a pressurised filter, because the pressurised filter just won't cope with this amount of waste. Now the first way that you can clean it is just simply whack the crap out of it, and you can see there's a lot of waste that gets stuck in these filters. So again, with a cheaper inferior filter, there is absolutely no way that the filter would run without damaging the pump or wrecking the pump, collecting this much waste. And that's another great thing for these Matala filters, just how much waste it does collect and remove it from the pond. So this isn't polluting the pond itself, it's not getting stuck on the bottom of the pond, it's not causing blockages in your pumps and in your equipment. And that's it. That's really, if that's the extent you want to go, that's all you need to do. It's not spotless. It doesn't need to be spotless. A little bit of waste is good because it means that you've still got lots of activated sludge, which houses bacteria. So it's not completely stripping the filtration media of the beneficial bacteria. Heap of waste comes out of it, and you drop that back in, and that's all you need to do. Now I'm going to take it to the next step and then get the hose out. Now when it comes to hosing these out, if you've got chlorinated water, what you can do is just clean, say, 3 or 4 of the pads, say half of the pads, and then clean the others a couple of weeks later, so as you don't kill all the bacteria in the filter itself. If you're on tank water like we are here, then you can just go ahead and blast it. It's always a good idea to reseed the filter with nitrifying bacteria after you clean it anyway. So here you can see I just keep it in the garden, just give it a good jet, and the crap washes out. Like I said, you don't need to get it spotless, you just want to get most of the bigger sort of stuff off. And then I'll just give it a clean like this, and then turn it over and do the other side. Check out this one. There's a lot of sludge coming off. And that's a lot of sludge that's not in my pond. Now the tank itself, you can clean this out one of 2 ways. One is that at the back, down the bottom, there's a sludge valve. So you simply undo that and the sludge will drain out, and you can just give that a hose and wash it all out and clean it all out. The inside of the filter is actually sloped backwards to accommodate this, so if the filter's level in terms of how you've situated it, when you open that sludge valve, all the sludge will drain out of the bottom as well. But I prefer, when I clean my pond, I normally give it a vacuum anyway, so I'm just going to vacuum it out. It's a lot easier. Pond vacuum cleaner is the best maintenance tool you can invest in. Just makes such easy work of cleaning out anything. All the sludge out of your filter, bottom of your pond, flooded basement if your basement floods. That's it, clean filter. All what's needed to do now is just turn the pump on and let it fill up again. Here you can see the water flowing back in from the pump. Filter's running as it should. There's no debris or water coming back over the top of the filters. It's running all through those filter media material, and the clean water's going back into the pond.